think for the most part, Kat and I have a really good relationship, and it's grown obviously the longer that we've known each other, and it's it's just becoming easier, and it's been great. We just got to continue to build off of it, continue to making sure we're putting ourselves in position not to be successful, and to continue to trust each other.
Just to follow up on the depth of this group, it seems as impressive right now as it has been in a long time. Can you speak to that depth, how important that is?
Yeah, it's very important. We have guys who work tremendously hard and put themselves in the right mindset to be ready to go whenever the number is called. And so it's a credit to them and the professionalism and everything. And so we really need them not to step up day in and day out, and they do so.
One thing they did give trouble to you guys with a little bit was like the small, like pick and roll and pick and pops. I know you've come up in like an NBA where teams have multiple ball handlers, but still, like, how unnatural is guarding an action like that, even though you see it probably a little bit more than maybe you did in your early years in the NBA?
Yeah, it's I think the way they do it is they got to the point where they've mastered it and they're really good at it. Then be able to slip out of screens and get to the point where they're ready to go and their feet are set and ready, and no, they're really good at it. So we just got to be ready to be more physical, at the same time communicate a little better, just making sure we're not giving them that space. And I think a lot of teams who have multiple ball handlers do that because it's a very unique action that can put one of the two in space.
What do you anticipate on the man in game two, the way they're going to counter their energy?
We just gotta be ready for them. You just know that teams usually bounce back after a loss, and so we gotta be ready to up our intensity, up our physicality, and just be ready to match theirs. And they're a good team. They're well coached, and they're gonna be ready to go.
With CJ, is it good defense, better offense? Did you like the way you guys defended him? What did you see from his performance? What can you guys do to, I guess, take some of that away?
I mean, he played really well. He made a lot of tough shots, and he also got a lot of easy ones to get himself going in the rhythm. So, that's just who he is. He's been able to be a big time performer in these situations. So we just gotta lock in together.
I was trying to remember which game it was, but I couldn't. But there was a game when they were doing Hakovich, and you had the ball, and you saw they were fouling, and you just threw up a three-pointer. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I don't remember the game though, but yeah.
Is that a strategy you can rely on, or is it just like what compelled you to do that in that moment, and would you possibly do it again if the opportunity allowed you?
Maybe if I was a little closer. I think I shot it from pretty far, but it's if that's what they want to do, that's their game plan. Like I said before, I have the utmost confidence in my teammates and in the way I've been able to see them work, and we're gonna figure things out the way they go. But I don't necessarily plan on shooting a half-court shot when they're trying to foul Mitch. No.
What made you do it at that moment? Do you remember?
No.
Taylor, last one I got for you. It feels like you guys didn't even have your A game in this one. You guys were dominant in the second half to pull it out. Where do you think you guys can be better in game two to maybe take this thing 2-0 heading out?
Our late game execution on both sides of the ball. Their timely offensive rebounds. When we could have went on a run or went on a longer run and extended our lead, they were able to make some key baskets after some offensive rebounds, and so being able to clean that up. I think those are two very important keys. There's obviously a lot of others, but those two come to mind.
There's so much focus on offense, but I think yesterday's defensive numbers were good, 3 blocks, percentage against him. Have you seen him kind of changing and locking in on that and finding ways to contribute on that side?
Yeah. At the end of the day, he's a guy who wants to win. He's gonna do whatever it takes, and obviously in this moment in time, it's very important to get wins.
Deuce was plus 12 and Jordan was plus 9 off the bench yesterday. Just what did you see from their impact that allowed them to have the game today?
Unbelievable. And they came in, made plays on both sides of the ball. they made big shots, and they made plays that have a lot of attention to detail that may get overlooked. But yeah, they were focused and they got it done.
I think it was pretty good. I think we can get better on our communication, especially on guards. So, for the first game, it was solid, but we had to be better.
What makes Seabrook such a difficult cover, and do you think it's good defense, better offense, or are there some things that you guys can clean up?
For sure, I think we can clean up. Like I said, that communication of those smalls and not allowing them to get him and Keel to get open shots. But they're talented players. It's either you just try to get them to shoot as many contested shots as you can. So the communication got to be better. I think the physicality was good, but we had to ramp that up. Obviously they're good players.
That strip you had on Jalen Brunson in the third quarter. What did you see there? And what's been the key to your defense overall on Jalen?
I don't know, just trying to be physical. Obviously, he's a really good player. He's 6'8", 6'9", so I'm 6'4". Apparently, I lost an inch. And I used to be 6'5", so I'm even smaller this year. So just trying to be physical. Not letting him. Try not to let him get to those spots where he can use his athleticism and his height over me. So, he's obviously a really good, player. So just trying to do that. Try to be physical. Nah, man, that's not my job is to go out there, guard who they tell me to guard. So that's what I try to do.
As good as a player you've been throughout your career, when people are saying, Wingstop, you feel like kind of left out. Like, people sleep on, you know what I mean? Like,
Not really as much anymore because obviously Kel's like 6'7". Mike said OG the other day was 6'9", so I guess he had a growth spurt. So, 6'7", 6'9", I'm like 6'4", I lost an inch. So I'm not, I don't think I can be really in that Wingstop, conversation. I'm just like a little guard.
Josh, in your experience, what do you have to expect from the opponent?
You expect the competitiveness to ramp up, the physicality to ramp up, attention detail to ramp up. So we can't be complacent of where we were last game, and the things that we did last game, we have to up those things. Be prepared for them to make adjustments on some of this, some of the stuff that hurt them offensively and defensively, and we have to game plan for those adjustments and have counters, for ourselves. So it's like a little chess, obviously a chess, kind of like a chess match, but that competitiveness and physicality for sure is going to ramp up.
You were teammates with CJ.
No, I wasn't. They traded me for him. Yeah.
And the question, forget it.
Cool.
With the small stuff, I know you guys have played in the NBA where there's teams that have multiple guards. Is it still an unnatural action to guard? Is it still just kind of awkward? I don't know.
A little bit. I think it's just all depends how they do it. I think they do a really good job of spreading into those screens and slipping out and those kind of things. So obviously, that's something that Boston did an amazing job of, and I won't say they started it, but they really elevated it. And it's a copycat league, and you see that and say, okay, how can we figure that out? How can teams do that? So still a little unnatural, but I think the best way to guard those and negate open looks at that is just communication.
And just one of Deuce and Jordan had some pretty impactful games both of them last night. I think Deuce was +12 and Jordan was +9. What did you see from them coming into the game to be able to make such a move?
Yeah, I think we're 9 deep, 10 deep at times we can be. And those are guys that's played in the playoffs, that has impacted important games, and that's what we need for them. To go out there, obviously you see JC obviously being able to score the ball, but he's, picking it up defensively, being physical, doing those kind of things. Deuce, he's always has that pit bull mentality. So the minutes that those guys, give us are, huge and very impactful, and we need that throughout the playoffs.
I mean, for Deuce to miss so much time, I think his surgery come back from the playing. So did you expect him to have such a quick,
Yeah, I think so. I mean, 'cause that's Deuce. I feel like he's always in shape. I feel like sometimes the rhythm of shots and all that can take a little bit of time, but his energy, his effort, those kind of things is something that I knew he'll always give us from day one.
When did
Two
your
more, guys, two
relationship
more.
with rebounding start? Like, were you a kid and something like the coach or a parent?
Yeah, since I was, God, I can remember picking up a ball like 7 or 8. You want to win and you want to do you want to do everything it takes. And sometimes when people say I want to win, they just automatically think, okay, he wants to score the most, or he wants to do that. For me, you have to get stops, and you have to, when you force teams into contested shots, you got to go out there and get a rebound, especially against a team like this, who has good guys that can crash the glass, get offensive rebounds, get their shooter second shots. You have to make sure you put an emphasis on rebounding. So that's just something I've always done. My dad always taught me, to be a winning player. Elliot Headley was one of my young coaches. He always taught me that, and started with rebounding.
Josh, twofold
Last
question.
one, guys.
First one, you so much on the floor to impact winning. Which part of the game do you enjoy most in that realm?
I don't know, man. I guess maybe the physicality, and like the toughness, those energy plays. I think those are extremely impactful in terms of, momentum shifts and those kind of things. After the game, those are the ones I hate the most because my body's feeling sore. But just those toughness, gritty, impactful energy plays that kind of, spark a run, spark momentum.
And then lastly, 25 years since NBC's been back here to run for playoff games. There's a lot of excitement with our network coming in here. As we bring that audience back, the Knicks are the Knicks. Everybody talks about it. There's something special about playoff basketball in the Garden. You've experienced it a myriad of times. Can you describe what that's like, that atmosphere?
Nah, I can't. It's one of those things where you have to be there and experience it to really understand it. Obviously regular season is always fun. It's always cool. And I was talking to Cam Slitler yesterday about it. Like, playoffs in New York is different. Like, it's the vibe is different. Everything is heightened in the Garden, and obviously for them, at Yankee Stadium. But you got to experience it, man. The energy, the passion, the love is, it's crazy.